For this video, I want to focus on Maus 2, more specifically Chapter 1, which was titled Mauschwitz, and we finished it right before break. Now, Mauschwitz is a really interesting play on words, but also we looked at the imagery that we have here. We have the tower in the background with the soldier. We also have that smoke rising. One of the next major things that popped up was the idea of the numbers, taking away someone's name and giving them a number. And if you want to talk about dehumanization, that is one of the major things that we talked about back when we had our discussion about dehumanization. This idea that a name is a human quality. When you take that away, remove it by force, it becomes dehumanization. One of the other images that pops up again and again throughout this book is the smoke coming out of the chimney. And I want you to keep in mind and pay attention to when that shows up. Also in this section we had Vladik kind of crying, and this is the first time we saw this, first time we had any kind of emotion coming from him, and that's really important to notice. We talked about how, he no longer has Anya, so that makes a big difference. After that, speaking of Anya, where is she? Throughout the entire Chapter 1, we never even hear anything about Anya, and that's a little disturbing, but at the same time, we have to understand that this is written through Vladik's perspective. We're not going to have anything about Anya. Also, we talked about the idea of the rich versus the poor, and who's more prepared. And the poem, Man Proposes, God Disposes, kind of prepared us for that. When we talked about, Mandelbaum, he was a rich man, very rich man. He might not be prepared for this. Whereas Vladik was kind of brought up, not as a rich man, okay, and maybe not even as a poor man. We don't have much detail on his financial background, but he's well prepared for this. Now, if you want to know where I went over break, because I wasn't home and I told you that I wouldn't be to make these recap videos until the end of break, just take a look at the following pictures and hopefully you can kind of figure out where I was. But to give you a hint, it was much warmer than it was in Buffalo, that's for sure. So hopefully some of you got away, were able to enjoy a little bit of warm weather. I heard it was extremely cold here. Finally, we're on to homework passes. This time around, I'm going to offer 4 homework passes per class. Now, what that means is I'm offering 2, okay? 2 of those for each class are going to be available if you comment below with the answer to the question. The other 2 are going to be available for people who come to me in class during your period, first thing, with the answer. So 4 up for each period, but only 2 are available in class, 2 are available online. Now, I'm also giving you until I'm going to say Monday evening, because some of you probably won't see this tonight, so I'm going to give you until Monday evening to get this, which means it could be Tuesday as well. If no one comes to me during your class period tomorrow, say you're in period 2 and no one comes during period 2, that means Tuesday, 2 passes will be available during that period to come in and get. So please take take some time to watch these things. I do put them together, but the question this week is not easy, but it was just one of those things where I was on vacation, we were on a little train ride, and I took a picture, and I was like, wow, that looks a lot like something we just discussed in class. So, your question for this week, then, is in what ways does this picture connect to Maus?